prostate cancer, when it metastasizes, it typically metastasizes to the bone. Approximately 90% of the men that succumb to the disease will have evidence of metastasis in their skeleton. And what we're trying to understand at the Moffitt Cancer Center, in my lab in particular, is how, number one, the actual cancer cells metastasize to the bone. What is it about the bone that actually attracts them? And secondly, once they're there, how they interact with the bone environment in order to establish and grow. And it's that aspect, that communication between the prostate cancer cells and the bone environment, that we think that there's a lot of molecular targets in there that could actually be druggable and treatable. So we know, for example, when these cancer cells are in the bone microenvironment, they promote extensive bone destruction, which is called osteolysis or bone degradation. But at the same time, they also cause extensive bone formation, which is osteosclerotic types of lesions. And that's a hallmark of these metastases. They cause extensive bone formation. And the lesions often occur in areas of the patients that are weight-bearing, so they can be extremely painful and greatly affect their quality of life. And because they're harbored in the bone, then they become even more difficult to treat because they can be systemic. They can be in different parts of the skeleton, some of them more difficult to reach than others. And so what we're really trying to do is understand the biology of how these cancers are able to speak to the bone cells, so that we can kind of basically come up with drugs that can stop that interaction and stop them from growing and metastasizing throughout the skeleton.